Eternal Dusk. The prologue sets the scene in the 18th century, where Lucien Blackwood, once a nobleman, is transformed into a vampire by a coven who believes he is destined for greatness. However, Lucien's refusal to embrace the darkness fully leads to a betrayal. The coven, led by a powerful vampire witch named Selene, curses him. Lucien is condemned to wander the earth, immortal and alone, forbidden to love or connect deeply with another soul. The curse ensures that anyone he loves will die a painful death. Lucien's torment spans centuries as he witnesses humanity change, empires rise and fall, but he remains unchanged, ageless, cold, and detached, haunted by the memories of the love he once had, but lost. In the modern day, Ilara Williams moves to Ravenswood, a town shrouded in mystery and ancient folklore. Ilara is drawn to Ravenswood by a strange feeling she can't quite explain, as if something or someone has been calling her there. She's an artist who has suffered a great loss, the death of her parents in a tragic accident, and hopes to find peace in the quiet town. Ilara's art is deeply emotional, often reflecting her inner turmoil and her search for meaning. Exploring her new surroundings, Ilara discovers a neglected mansion on the edge of Ravenswood, half hidden by the encroaching forest. Curiosity gets the better of her, and she ventures inside, where she encounters Lucien Blackwood. At first, Lucien is cold and distant, but he is intrigued by her boldness and the sadness in her eyes. Despite his best efforts to keep his distance, he feels an inexplicable pull toward her. Ilara starts visiting the mansion regularly, drawn to its eerie beauty and the mysterious man who inhabits it. She finds herself inspired, her art blossoming in ways she never imagined. She begins to paint haunting images of Lucien, although she doesn't understand why she feels so connected to him. Meanwhile, Lucien, against his better judgment, finds himself slowly opening up to Ilara. He sees in her a reflection of his own lost humanity, and he begins to feel emotions he thought were long dead. As their relationship deepens, strange things start happening in Ravenswood. Ilara experiences vivid dreams, visions of the past, and finds herself inexplicably drawn to the history of the town. She learns that Ravenswood has a dark history tied to vampires, and she begins to suspect that Lucien is not what he seems. Her research leads her to old records, myths, and eventually to the truth about Lucien's curse. Ilara confronts Lucien, demanding to know the truth. Lucien, torn between his growing feelings for her and the need to protect her, finally reveals his true nature and the curse that binds him. Ilara is shocked but finds herself unable to turn away from him, despite the danger it poses to her. She realizes she has fallen in love with Lucien, even though it could mean her death. Lucien tries to push Ilara away, fearing the curse will take her life if they continue their relationship. However, Ilara is determined to find a way to break the curse. She delves deeper into the town's history, uncovering hidden secrets and forgotten rituals. As she gets closer to the truth, the curse begins to manifest. Ilara starts experiencing strange illnesses and near-fatal accidents, signs that the curse is tightening its grip on her. Ilara's search for a solution leads her to the legend of Selene, the vampire witch who cursed Lucien. She discovers that Selene is still alive, dwelling in the shadows of Ravenswood, watching over Lucien. Selene, consumed by jealousy and rage, will not allow the curse to be broken easily. Ilara and Lucien realize that they must confront Selene if they are to have any chance of being together. In a desperate attempt to save Ilara, Lucien decides to face Selene alone, hoping to end the curse by sacrificing himself. However, Ilara refuses to let him go alone. Together, they journey into the heart of the forest, where Selene's lair is hidden. There, they confront the witch in a battle of wills, magic, and love. Selene offers Lucien a terrible choice. He can either save Alara by breaking the curse and becoming fully human, but at the cost of his immortality, or he can keep his immortality and lose Alara forever. Lucien, who has lived for centuries with the pain of loss and solitude, chooses love over immortality. With Alara by his side, they manage to break the curse, shattering Celine's power. As the curse lifts, Lucien begins to age rapidly, his body finally succumbing to the passage of time. Alara, devastated, stays with him as he takes his last breath as a mortal. Alara buries Lucien in a secluded part of the forest near the mansion where they met. She continues to paint, her art now filled with the memories of their love and the sacrifice he made for her. Ravenswood begins to change, the shadows that once hung over the town lifting as Celine's influence fades. Years later, Alara has become a renowned artist, her works celebrated for their deep emotional resonance. She never forgets Lucien, and although she lives a full life, part of her heart remains with him. On the anniversary of his death, she returns to Ravenswood, visiting his grave in the mansion, which now stands as a reminder of their love. In the final chapter, Alara, now elderly, passes away in her sleep, a peaceful smile on her face. In the afterlife, she finds herself in the same forest where she buried Lucien. As she walks through the trees, she sees him standing there, young and vibrant as he was when they first met. They embrace, finally reunited, their souls intertwined for eternity.